Hi everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. Sorry for the shake in the video. So today's reading is going to be a special one. It is a collaboration with the amazing Chanika at Himalayan Spirit Tarot. And the topic that we are going to do today is how your inner and outer realities will be in the new earth. So Chanika will be covering the new earth, new you, but the outer reality of it, and I will be covering your inner reality. So how would your emotional mental plane look like in the new earth? So as usual, we do have three piles. And the first, so before we get into the choices, I would like for you to take a few deep breaths and breathe out through your mouth. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. All right. So the first group that we have here is swimming in duality, laying a strong foundation. Pile number two is the power of self, change of consciousness. Pile three is balancing polarities, compassion and determination. Wow. So we have really powerful energies here for sure, and makes sense that we are diving. Makes sense that the energies are powerful because we are diving into the new earth, new you energy. So you can pause the video if you would like, take a few moments to ground yourself, to set the intention that the messages that come through are for your highest good, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile one. If you chose swimming in duality, this is going to be your reading. First, let's see what is your current reality, current inner reality. We have Knight of Swords. Okay. Then we have Ten of Pentacles and we have the Tower. Oh my. That's not a combination. Obviously, I was not expecting any combination, but I was not expecting the Tower to show up like that. It felt like a sneaky energy. So current reality might be like that. Oh, we have Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I perceive if you made any choice, um, especially mentally or mindset wise, it could be associated with your family. It could be associated with how you might be repeating patterns in your family, or you could see that you're repeating a pattern and it has created this tower moment, an awakening that was not wanted or not in a desirable way, but it was a moment that was necessary. So it's led to I do perceive that it has led to an awakening, a spiritual awakening, maybe for some of you, but more so an awakening to the truth of how you might be carrying some grief with the Five of Cups here. And with the Four of Swords being right behind it, I do perceive that this could be something that you had, you know, slipped under the rug, and the rug now looks like a mountain. So basically, this is something that had to be addressed, and it has come through here in this situation. And that is what is currently in your inner reality. But let's see what is being shed in this new earth, in your inner reality. What is being shed from your inner reality? Bottom of the deck is Nine of Wands. So again, that defensive energy or like trying to protect something, but let's see if it's even defensive or it's more about resilience rather. Swimming in duality is your card. So we have we have Four of Swords coming through. Then we have Ace of Cups. How beautiful. And we have the Hanged Man. So really here, I would say these are very healing cards. What you are shedding in this new earth, in your inner reality, is definitely the fear you might have had in pursuing things that getting an overwhelm of emotions. So, especially with the Ace of Cups, I do perceive that what you're shedding away is with the Four of Swords. This is something you've kept hidden away, and this could very well be a desire to have a romantic connection. But what I'm perceiving more so is anything that really lit your heart up. And especially with the Ace of Cups, and we have the Dove too. So, this energy of Swords blessing this energy of love is so profoundly and um, in depth present here. So you're shedding away any reasons you've given yourself to not let this come to the surface. Any reasons you've given yourself with the hangman that this is a spiritual test. You know, you may have done spiritual bypassing in that sense, but and not were done the shadow work here, or you were forced to do the shadow work, but you might have not gone to the depth of it in the sense that you might not have integrated it in the sense that the wound or whatever was in the shadow, you've looked at it, you've understood it, but the integration part of making a different choice with that awareness has not come in or was not happening. And this is what you're shedding. And I now understand that that Nine of Wands is both. It is resilience and it is also defensiveness. Like, I have done so much work, I'm exhausted. I don't want to keep moving forward with this. And at the same time, you're a little terrified of bringing this softness, this love to the surface. Whenever I'm looking at the Ace of Cups, and when I get into that softness energy, I'm almost always at this point getting overwhelmed with emotion. And as I said that, it's drizzling out here. It's been sunny the whole day, and the clouds are coming and going, but now it's drizzling, which I really like because it's cooling me down. But that's what, you've been burning bright, but you've been burning bright so much so that you've exhausted yourself and you're tired. And now you can see why that's happening, because the infinite cup, the infinite flow of this cup was being blocked by you, your own self, because you wanted to keep the peace in some way, shape, or form, but that's what is being shed away. To stop keeping the pace at, I don't know if you can hear it, it's not drizzling now, it's really pouring. So that energy is coming through so strongly. I'm getting goosebumps. I wonder you can hear, if you can hear the rain now. Anyway, the point is, this is a dynamic, the tower like shift that's happening, and you being flooded with love. And I'm getting water energy for sure with the Ace of Cups, and then the rain and this fire that's been lit. And this is a fire that's not serving you, it's being cooled down with the water of heavens, or the water from spirit, from source. So it's really, really powerful energy. Now I'm going to look at what is now taking root, what's being given a place to take root within you in this new reality, sorry, new earth. All right. We have Knight of Cups. Okay. Then we have Seven of Pentacles and we have Nine of Swords. Let me just adjust the cards a bit. And I will take a look at this card as well. So yeah, wait. These cards here. So this is taking root now. What's taking root in your inner reality in the new earth is certainly patience, and certainly a willingness to receive support. And it would not matter to you even if that support that is coming your way is maybe delaying things as per the traditional timelines, or the timeline that you may have imbibed within you as societal conditioning. So, and Nine of Swords, the different beings here shout like this girl is perceiving different voices in her head, or everyone's voices, judgments. So, I do perceive that what's taking root right now is not, you are not being ruled by the Nine of Swords, rather, you are giving space to receive help, especially spiritual help, and also giving yourself space to grow. Grow in a way that is nutritional in some way, shape, or form. So this could very well be about body, but this is a way of growing where it's nourishing, it is foundational, and it's going to grow into something really beautiful. Let's see what this is. Ten of Swords. Oh, I wonder why. What's taking root is you are not allowing space for other energies to overwhelm you so much mentally that you give up on your own goals in some way, shape, or form. And that cycle I do perceive is ending as well with the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So there is a progress, and the progress might not have been with the Tower card being at the bottom here, might not have been comfortable at all, but this is ending. Everywhere you have let other people's voices, by be it in a way that they enforce their choices onto you or their beliefs onto you, or be it in the way that because you wanted them to be happy with you, you imbibe those choices as yours, be it in any way, shape, or form, you're letting go of that for good, especially in your mental plane. You're releasing and relieving your mental plane. Pile number one. So, how does this inform your choice in the new earth? I'm going to pull these cards. Okay. How does this thing that's now taking root inform the choices you make in the new earth? We have Nine of Pentacles, then we have Five of Wands and the Hermit. It certainly is making you, now the Nine of Wands is becoming resilient. Yes, the Five of Wands is about conflict, it's about um conflicting energies, but it's the energy of wands, it's not even swords. So I do perceive that healthy competition is not going to trigger you, rather you will be so firm, so grounded in who you are. Pile number one, especially with the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit being the book ending energies in a way in the spread. So the Five of Wands is not coming out as an energy that is going to confuse you, rather it's coming out as an energy where you are willing to stand your ground no matter whatever is going around you. So that is how it's going to inform your choices in this new earth. You are going to be really grounded about your choices no matter how many energies are coming your way. Now, the last card is how your soul will express itself through new earth, the new earth you. How your soul will express itself through the new earth you. We have Vesica Pisces. I think this is about balance, the perfect intersection. Let's see what the book has to say. Book has to say. It's number 26. Creating soul truth in the world, the middle path. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the myriad possibilities open to us in the manifested world, we will know what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made, and that's how your soul is going to express itself. Pile number one. So, standing your ground, standing in your truth and authentically so is going to be really It's going to flow like this Ace of Cups energy. It's going to flow like what? It's the flow of consciousness through you. In this space, when we scan the myriad possibilities open to us in the manifested world, we will know what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and also the ones we make in the future. Wow. And lastly, I'm going to read this card for you, Swimming in Duality. Wow, isn't that interesting? Your card choice is also purple, and what's come as an expression of your soul is also purple. It's a lot of purple energy. I'm just happy at the synchronicity. All right. Swimming in duality. The central most commanding object in this card is the oyster. Oysters ground us and are all about laying strong foundations. Strong foundations. If you are starting a new project or relocating, just a moment, let me have a sip of water. It is important that you wholeheartedly commit to the process. The highly transformative ability of Oyster will assist you in all the changes you are going through, and what you thought was temporary might quite possibly be permanent. So you might have thought that these changes that are coming in, the assertiveness that's going to come through is a little shaky with the Five of Wands, but it's more so permanent. The oyster reminds you that there is a time to be busy and take risks, and a time to close your shell and go within to find peace, solitude, and rest. The four pearls remind you to be honest, gracious, and to seek wisdom through experience. Each color pearl has a slightly different meaning. The black pearl grounds you and attracts wealth and prosperity. Energetically, it brings you protection. The grayish silver pearls focus on self control, patience, and dependability. The white pearl brings you innocence, clarity, and joy. Your two koi fish partner together to balance the turbulent waters of life. Like these fish, you two may need to be a part of a team to do what you need to get done. Exciting opportunities, advancement of career, and a long-lasting relationship might just swim into your life sometime soon. This might also be a good time for travel and adventure. But remember, trips are not all necessarily taken physically. Some of the best journeys are taken in the mind and spirit. Listen only to the voice of your heart with the Ace of Cups. It's perfect. And see what surfaces. It is the only true reality and path to happiness. The affirmation is I acknowledge my natural cycles and flow with their rhythms and pulses. All right. So, pile number one, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to check out the Outer Reality in the New Earth, which will be read by Chayanika at the Himalayan Spirit Tarot. She's a phenomenal reader, and the link to the reading will be in the description box below. Again, thank you so much for joining. Do share thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Hi, pile number two. If you chose the power of self, change of consciousness, this is going to be your reading. First, let's check what is your current reality in your inner world. Right. Oh, wow. We have the Death card, then we have Four of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. So this is a really, I mean, the power of self and change of consciousness does make sense. So a highly spiritual, intuitive pile. Death, Four of Cups, and the Priestess. I wonder if some of you are really going through a deep transformation, but for most of you, I'm receiving, you've recently gone through a phase in your life where you might have experienced loss, which has created with the Four of Cups this state of indifference, apathy, but it is also creating a space. This indifference has created space for the High Priestess to show up, for your intuitive capacities or your intuition to really become stronger or sharper. and that's your inner world right now. So it's very water based. All cards are water based. So strong energies of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer here. And I do perceive that you might even be receiving, for some of you, messages in your dreams, for some, and for the others of you, I'm majorly getting a lot of information or something intuitively or connecting dots kind of things are happening in your meditative states. There is a sense of detachment that's happening. So the South Node Ketu energy also is coming through, which might also be leading you towards spirituality here. All right, so let's see what is being shed. What is being shed for pile number two? The bottom of the deck is Knight of Wands. Let's see what we have here. What do we have here? We have, I don't know what to say. There's a doubling down of the energy of death, Four of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles. Four of Swords is being clarified by Page of Cups. 9 of Pentacles is being clarified by Seven of Pentacles. I wonder, 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I wonder, pile number two, if you were a person who acted before they thought, and not so because of, I don't perceive this to be overconfidence or anything in any way, shape, or form with the Page of Cups. I do perceive this to be naivety, true innocence, also moving through you, where you trusted a lot of things or a lot of people or a lot of, there's something that you trusted a lot, and whatever has transpired in your life in the recent past has led you to a place where you do perceive that you have to let go of this. I'm not getting any other word, but this immaturity, so the childish energy of consciousness. The childlike energy and childish energies are very different. Because childish is more stubbornness and not wanting to look at another perspective or being fixated on certain things without gathering a lot of information or not having the willingness to look at more information, some way, shape, or form. While childlike energy of consciousness is more being willing to look at things out of curiosity, even if it's even if it gives you the answer that you require or not, or the solution that you are seeking or not, but the curiosity that's there in the childlike energy, that's the childlike consciousness, is how I perceive it. And childlike consciousness is, of course, looking for and creating joy for yourself. And it could be many other things too, but that's what I'm perceiving here specifically for you, pile number two, that's what is being shed away. The naivety, I wouldn't say innocence, the naivety with which you might have put trust in people or something is moving away. While with the Nine of Pentacles, um, you might have actually went to the other scale, extreme side of the other scale, which is hyper independence with the Nine of Pentacles. But at the same time, something that you've grown with time. And what is being shed away is this childishness, but I'm also getting that hyper independence is also getting a little bit balanced. So instead of totally being a lone wolf, you might be understanding the value of different people or different types of people, or the contribution of different types of people in cultivating something that is fruitful for everybody involved. I think that awareness is coming in, but there is definitely with the Nine of Wands a defensiveness because of whatever has transpired here in the past. But let's see what is taking root. What's taking root for pile number two? We have Ace of Swords, starting strong, Hierophant, and the are really powerful cards. Pile number two. Ace, and we have, the High Priestess, then we have the Hierophant. So we have the complementary energies, but both of them in that spiritual realm. So I do perceive that there is, should you choose to pile number two, there's definitely an energy of being a spiritual mentor, someone that people look up to, especially with the star card, for hope, for guidance, for clarity, the Ace of Swords. So your cards do make I mean, they're harmoniously working together here, all these cards. So what is taking root is truth, your authentic truth. And what's coming up with the Hierophant is your inner wisdom. I do perceive that this is wisdom that's been gathered through lifetimes. This could also be through different dimensions, if you do believe in that, if you do believe in that concept. But different, for the lack of a better word, what I'm getting is the different avatars that you have taken up as a soul. Wisdom through all of those avatars are now getting grounded. They are coming up, and with the star card, it's going to lead to your own healing as well, and not just the healing of other people. So there's a new level of excitement coming up with the Page of Wands. It's interesting, we have Page of Cups here, but we have now the Page of Wands. And this seems like a more confident, determined energy, someone who's excited to look at things, but is also determined to not just look at things, but put them into action. So it's not just dreamy energy, it is action oriented. Now, how does this inform your choices in the new earth? Let's see that. What do we have here? We have Hangman, Nine of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune. So there is progress in an unconventional manner with the Nine of Cups and the 10th card of the Major Arcana, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Your choices are going to come from a deep well of wisdom, especially through self reflection and a deep connection with Source, Spirit, or God, whatever you would want to call that energy, the Creator. And it's going to be it's going to fulfill you a lot with the Nine of Cups. So what I'm perceiving is this is not just material manifestation of fulfillment of your desires, but more so that you are going to feel innately extremely fulfilled. So whatever has been emptied with the Death card coming up twice, it's going to be filled up with the Nine of Cups. And with the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely a change of times that's coming through. So your choices will definitely reflect dynamic, or not just reflect, rather create dynamic shifts in the course of your life. And I definitely perceive this to be a shift that is going to feel very fortunate for you. It's going to be unexpected. I mean, what I'm perceiving is it will be unexpected in the way what all things would actualize for you, and how calmly or how smoothly they would flow or move into your life. So your choices will be informed with a lot of introspection, with your connection with spirit and wonderment. Because if you look at the hangman here, his expression is, he looks a little scared, but to me it looked like he's in awe of what's actualizing. He's surprised in a good way as to, wow, miraculous things are happening, miracles are occurring. So that's what I'm perceiving here. Let's see, how does your soul express your itself in this new earth? How would your soul express itself in this new earth? We have sensitivity. So everything that was stripped away, or blocked rather, or buried really deep under, healing at the bottom of the deck, that's going to come to the surface. Your soul is going to express its sensitivity, the strength of its sensitivity in this new earth. And I do perceive that this is going to come through a lot through the expressions, essentially, the way you express essentially, but I'm getting like there is some sort of wisdom that you are going to express. So when we look at a rose, yes, it's beautiful, but it has its thorns. So maybe you could be helping people who are similar to you in a similar situation. And by similar to you, what I mean is empaths or people who are emotionally too perceptive but don't know what boundaries are. So your sensitivity, because empaths or people who are highly sensitive, their strength is sensitivity. So you might be your soul would be expressing itself in a way that you will be able to give wisdom or transmit wisdom to these souls who are sensitive like you. And with the power of self, the change of consciousness, I'm just going to read that card from this book. Oh, just give me a moment. Unable to find out. I'll have to refer the index. Right. Mhm. Power of self. You are a beautiful, sensitive soul. Sensitivity is again here, who is in the process of waking up transitioning from one stage in your life to another. You are being helped and nourished by the daisy and the croton plant strength. So that's the daisy, and these are the croton leaves. The swan connects you with angelic realm and intensifies your intuitive abilities, which I have told you about already here, and it's just amplifying even more. To keep you grounded, Swan wants you to stay in touch with the earth, do anything that brings you closer to its energy, go barefoot while gardening, for instance, take walks in nature, and or sit outside in the early morning hours. The crow guides you with love to sacred places such as Mount Shasta, helping you to find balance, wisdom, and a change of consciousness. Mount Shasta is considered to be a gateway or portal to other realms, both spiritual and dimensional. No wonder I was mentioning about dimensions. You might want to travel there someday to rejuvenate. Lucky for you, the number 8 appears twice in this card. I wonder where is that? I cannot see the number 8 now. I'll have to figure out. It's these two things. My eyes did go there, but it looks like a window, so I didn't consider that as number 8. Don't mind me. Anyway, 8 in general symbolizes good fortune. I was talking about good fortune, or you would feel fortunate. Personal authority and power. When you double it to 88, the frequencies magnify and you will triumph against all odds. And the affirmation is I'm timeless, ageless, and beautiful. Wow. Pile 2. Oh, I'm sorry for that. That was a powerful reading. Like I said, your cards in itself in the starting were quite powerful with the High Priestess and the Death card coming through. So, pile two, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. There's something about number 15 that I wanted to share because my eyes keep going there. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. This is what your inner reality could look like in the new earth. For your outer reality, do check out Chinaka's channel. The reading to the link, oh, wow, the link to the reading would be in the description box below. She'll share what your outer reality could look like. And thank you so much for joining. As I said before, do share thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose balancing polarities, this is going to be a reading. I'm just taking a sip of water. So, first, let's see what's your current inner reality. We have lovers, a nine of pentacles, and then we have knight of swords. I do perceive that for you, pile number two, your current reality includes you making a choice that seemed like a life-changing choice or was actually a life-changing choice, but you are grounded in it with the Nine of Pentacles and with the Knight of Swords. You're already taking actions, is what I'm perceiving, or moving forward with that decision quite determinedly. So, if that's the right word. And especially the way the lovers is shown here, I do perceive that there are a lot of people involved in this choice, or the effect of this choice is going to impact a lot of people, or you had to consider a lot of people while making this choice. So it was not an easy one, and you certainly with the angel here did ask for, you know, the support from spirit realm, from source, from God, from this higher consciousness, the creator, whatever you want to call it. I do perceive that you did try to connect with that energy, and you perceive that you were being guided with, you know, the support of the non-physical realm, and the highest consciousness and a higher consciousness, especially with the angels. And yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles, this seems to be something career related as well, or could also be an alliance that you are going forward with, an alliance with another person. And maybe romantically, but this, if alliance is not the correct word, it could be associating with another person for your work, and you're definitely quite determined about this, and you are moving forward towards your goals. Let's see what is being shed. So, your inner reality with this is actually about this choice that you've made and how determined you are. That's what is clouding the, not clouding, right? Rather, occupying your inner reality. So, what is being shed? We have Knight of Swords again. So, that's a strong energy. Seven of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. What is being shed is Knight of Swords. And we have Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Would like to clarify the Knight of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so what you are leaving behind is any choices you made out of haste, and we have Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And especially haste because you wanted to feel secure. So any choices you made out of security, and it was by default, like a by default setting within you is what I'm perceiving here, pile number three, that the choices that you made out of safety, and you know, you were really, for the lack of a better word, quite miserly with your energy, you know, and don't shoot the messenger here. But what I'm perceiving is what I am perceiving is that um, this hastiness is now leaving you, and you're becoming more grounded, which is, and this change, there's definitely change with the Wheel of Fortune here, but this change does seem like, you know, a destined thing, or even if it's not destiny, I do perceive that the energies, maybe astrologically or in your life right now, are such that is forcing this change to happen. So the shedding away of your old way of being, which was rooted in just charging forward from the place of only feeling secure rather than genuinely from a place of abundance. So it was a lack mindset. And very fear based, because this seems like you'd never want to be wrong, or there's a fear about being wrong or failures or making a mistake, and you're now slowly stepping away from it, and gradually so, but the growth is certainly happening. And now let's see what is taking root for you in this new earth. We have Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and then we have Ace of Wands. Yeah, I do perceive that any wounds around abandonment, especially if the wound was really early in your childhood. So what's taking root is you are being given an opportunity by spirit to transform this wound for good into wisdom, into a learned lesson, so that moving forward, it's not any longer going to influence your choices. So it's going to be a little tough, a little hard, because you will face. I don't perceive this to be you going by default or automatically into your wounds, and so reacting from your wounds. Rather, I do perceive that you're going to become aware of where you are reacting from your wounds. And with the Ace of Wands, you definitely have the guidance and support from your spiritual team, not just spirit, but your spiritual team. And they are handing you the strength or giving you the strength to transform this wound in this new earth. Now let's see, how does this inform the choices that you make? All right, let's see. We have Swords. This is Seven of Wands, and then we have Page of Swords. So you might feel, not feel, you might face situations where Two of Swords, choices again, but the choices, um, basically you might face situations where you might have to look at choices that are challenging for you and your defenses would come up. But with this transformation that's happening, I do perceive that the Page of Swords here is letting me know that you will educate yourself about the defenses you have, and then you will make choices. So there is that, um, this is how your choices are going to be informed with this change that's happening. So there might be a situation or two where you would react with, or come to a standstill because of the wound, reaction to the wound. But I do perceive that your choices are going to be better informed with the Page of Swords. You will look into why you're reacting this way, and so your choices might take some time, but it will be from a more authentic place for you in the new earth. And now I am going to see, how will your soul express itself in the new earth? Whispers. Hmm. So, like I said, the connection with spirit is going to be really strong for you, and it's going to come in whispers. Let's see what the guidebook has to say for this card. Whispers. Okay, so interestingly enough, for this card, I'm being asked to look at the inspired reflections and actions rather than the meaning of the card. It says, research and listen to brainwave entertainment meditation music. Use it as an addition to your regular meditation practice to help expand your inner world and soul connection. Stretch your hearing by actively listening. Be fully present as you listen to others without judgment. When you are listening, resist the urge to jump in with an answer. Before going to sleep, place a small amethyst crystal in the middle of your forehead for 2 minutes and ask for insight to come through your dreams. Then place the crystal near the bed. And the journal work is, every day for 3 days, record three things that you hear for the first time. It could just be silence. If you have any dreams, draw or write about them too. There is no need to give them meaning, just record them. Now I'm going to read the meaning of the card as per the guidebook. Your mind and heart are expanding to hear your soul whispers. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative, close the door by feeling judgmental. Wow, I'm going to read that again. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the door by feeling judgmental. The messages are always there, even if you are not receiving them. Practice feeling soul vibes to clarify your intuition and psychic senses. Just like we know a dog can hear sounds we cannot, your intuition interprets waves and impulses outside of your conscious awareness. This card is also prompting you to take notice of your dreams. When you are asleep, you cease conscious thought and resistance, making it easier for you to receive soul transmissions. If you embrace the messages that come through your dreams, you will invite more of them. If you do not like a dream, see it as a sign to shift your focus or change a belief. Wow. So I do perceive that pile 3 is getting a little bit of tough love for the new earth in a reality, but because a lot of transformation is you are at the precipice of it. It's not that it's just beginning. You are really at the precipice of transformation happening and actualizing into your life. Actualizing maybe might take time, but I do perceive that a big transformation is really around the corner. So I'm now going to read the balancing polarities card. Compassion and determination. Wow. Elks are strong, powerful, and determined creatures. You are too. But being strong also means knowing when to take care of yourself. Contrary to popular belief, life is not a race. And we were talking about speed or, taking actions too quickly. Competition is a societal construct, and you can choose not to partake in it. You can get where you are going on your own terms. Everyone else might be rushing, but you need to go at your own pace. You will arrive when the time is right for you to do so. When what you are doing serves a higher purpose, you will have all the energy you need. One way you can access higher energy is through diet. Eating mostly vegetarian organic foods will give you strength without stress. Avoid sugar and artificial sweetness if you can. Eat vitamin rich foods. Drink lots of water and herbal teas. Don't forget what is important that don't forget that it is important that you find personal quiet time to recharge yourself. Your image is about balancing juggling two parts of yourself. This could be changing a current location. If you are in the city, perhaps you will be moving to a more rural environment or vice versa. It may mean that you have to reconsider the work you are currently doing. Does your job have meaning to you? Are you passionate about it? Elk is staring you right in the face with compassion, but also with determination. He beckons you to work with him. He will not only give you the fortitude necessary to make the change, but he will lead you to your community. Although you think you can do it alone, Elk says that you need companionship and the support of a group. This is because elks live in big herds and are rarely seen alone. Don't ever underestimate the value of companionship. You do not have to do everything by yourself. Help is right around the corner if you just ask for it. Antelope and the red rose say, follow your heart. The time to act is now. Everything is balanced and ready to go, just waiting for you to take a giant leap of faith. The affirmation is, when I think with my heart, I'm balanced at all times. Wow. So, pile three, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I sincerely hope that this was helpful for you in some way, shape, or form. And the outer reality in the new earth that you would experience or you would have is being read by Chanika at Himalayan Spirit Tarot. The link to which will be in the description box below. Again, thank you so much for joining, and do share your thoughts in the comment section below. And I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye.